course, I jumped the gun as usual with most of these things, but that's all right. I'm excited to get in the notes today so we can sort of figure out what's all going on. Get into the mandatory minute of nothingness while everything gets updated and loaded, and we get some the Strim monitors going. Shut down all these other panels that are open because we don't need those just yet. Well, I believe it. Of course, you'd be running around trying to get some of the scoreboard stuff done. It makes sense. So let's get situated. I think we're good to go. I need to. All right, I think that's about a minute of nothingness. I have to finish checking everything else out to make sure, but okay, so we're all good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks, geeks, mutants, aliens, and other sort of life forms, I'm still Stone. Now your Queen Bee's with me, and today we are bringing you update notes for today's Fallout Worlds update. So Fallout 76 got a massive update today. Those of you that play on all three consoles, this is going to be the new Fallout Worlds introduction. It's going to be everything through. What I'm going to do here in this stream is I'm just going to go through, read the update notes so you get a little bit of idea what's going on, a little bit of commentary, and then towards the end we're going to be having a little bit of stream details. This is going to be a super short stream, so if you came for gameplay, I apologize. You can come back here in a bit or check out one of our other excellent videos on this, since this will be a VOD at that time, and check out something else going on. So this isn't, like I said, we're showing Season 6 yet, we're just going over the patch notes. So here we go. Fallout 76, Fallout Worlds Update Notes, September 8th, 2001. 2021. Jesus. Alright. Update highlights. New ways to play. Experience Appalachia like never before with Public Worlds. Each Public Worlds features specialized game settings fit to a theme, and they are available to all players. Your world made your own. Fallout First members can now create custom worlds to build their own personalized version of Appalachia using a variety of modifiable game files. Daily Ops expansion. Our latest expansion for Daily Ops includes double mutation events every other weekend, a new enemy group, and 3 new locations and new rewards. Nuclear Winter Rewards. Nuclear Winter mode has been deactivated. Perk coins based on progression have been added to players' accounts, and Nuclear Winter cosmetics can now be earned from public events. And then this is the update size. We got 15.3 gigs on PC, 23.3 gigs from the PC Microsoft Store, 16 gigs on Steam, 22.8 gigs on PlayStation, and 23.3 gigs on Xbox. Season 5 has been extended for 2 weeks. I'm already going to debunk some of this right now because some of this is going to be kind of odd, but we'll read it anyways. We've discovered an issue affecting Season 5 rank ups where players in some cases are unable to claim the rewards for ranks they purchase using items. This does not affect rank ups achieved by earning score, but we are working hard to get this fixed up as soon as possible so that all players can enjoy the rewards they've earned. As a result, we've extended Season 5 by 2 weeks until September 21st. During the first week, rank up purchases using items will be disabled, and we will work to resolve the underlying issue. And you can continue to rank up by earning score from daily and weekly challenges. During the second week, we will release our fix and re-enable rank up purchases so that everyone has plenty of time to claim any rewards that they might have unlocked during this 2-week period. We know that many players in the community are excited to kick off Season 6, and we are too. However, we want to make sure that all players can access their Season 5 rewards before we roll into the new season. Thank you very much, and we apologize for any inconvenience. So this right here is a lie. This is actually not true. I just got 76 loaded up on Xbox here once the servers are going, and it is in fact on Season 6. So this isn't exactly correct. We have rank ups happening right now. Nat Queen Bee, where are you at? Level 3? She's at level 6 right now. Starting off the gate and kicking everything's ass right now. So this is in fact a lie. So if you were expecting, as I was, to have a little bit more time to complete Season 5, guess what? You're wrong. So I guess we'll just have to deal with that accordingly and make the most out of it. We may or may not be able to, they may or may not roll things back for that to let us complete it. I'm going to guess not at this point. Mainly because it would be extremely difficult to kind of do that, I guess. So I would imagine that that's not going to happen. I think we're in Season 6 now. We just got to deal with it and just roll on accordingly, all right? I apologize, not that I work at Bethesda, but I can understand how everyone's feeling about it. Like I said, I thought I had more time to get Xbox done and hopefully PC done. The only one I did complete was on PS4, and I'm sure for most of you out there, at least most people I talked to, they were, you know, in the high 80s or mid 90s, so they weren't quite done yet. They were just almost there. But that's all right. We will deal with that more later when we go live, and we'll talk about that. With this update for Fallout 76, we're introducing Fallout Worlds, which offers players the ability to experience the game in unique new ways with two new game modes, Public Worlds and Custom Worlds. Public Worlds. The new Public Worlds mode will help you shake up your normal gameplay by offering special worlds that have a pre-selected group of Fallout Worlds settings enabled, fit to a theme. All players can join Public Worlds all players can join Public Worlds to dive into Appalachia that's wildly different from Adventure Mode. One Public World will be available to players at a time. Currently, we're planning to rotate Public Worlds once per month so that you can regularly try out a variety of different experiences. However, rotation frequency may change in the future based on community feedback and other factors. And I mean, depending on how things are going, they may possibly release different worlds simultaneously. I know there's been a couple talks of that. We will see. We'll get to all those details a little bit later. Maybe, hopefully, when we have a bit more information. For now, it's hurry up and wait time. Let me go ahead and look back at this. Why aren't we live on Facebook right now? That's frustrating. Oh, Facebook video's down right now. What do you know? Okay, so we're not going to worry about that right now. We'll just have... Everyone's going to watch this on YouTube anyways. No one cares about this one live. Here we go. Here are the first 5 public worlds that you'll be able to check out in-game. As voted by our public test server participants, we're starting with Happy Builder, and we'll rotate through the rest in the following order. Happy Builder has reduced camp placement restrictions, relaxed building restrictions, all map locations are discovered, and PvP has been disabled. So, if you're trying to get like Fat Man, this is not the place for you, friend. You will have to come back another time. High risk. No fast travel, always on PvP, players drop additional loot upon death, free workbench crafting, and legendary item attributes have been disabled. Ooh. In the high risk public world that will be happening. Should be, according to this, it would be next month. The one after that, it says Dweller Must Die. Increased enemy difficulty, increased damage, increased equipment durability, and dark bog weather effects. After that, we're going to have Quantum World, which is maximum jump height, no fall damage, nuked creatures and flora, and quantum storm weather. And then last in the rotation set is going to be the Butcher's Delight, which is infinite ammo, no VATS or melee attack AP cost, and enhanced dismemberment. So we're going to be looking at a lot of violence, a lot of excessive nonsense, a lot of bullets flying everywhere. I can already sense there's going to be a lot of Fat Mans flying. Mostly because if you have unlimited ammo on a 2-shot Murph Fat Man, you know someone's going to try that. We might have to just try that on stream just so you y'all can just watch my computer freak out and die. Might be fun. Okay, moving on to custom worlds. Players with active Fallout First memberships can now choose the custom worlds option from the play menu to create a new type of world where they can adjust a variety of different settings to create an appellation that's tailored to their liking. To create a custom world, click play from the main menu and select custom world. Hit select world template and then start tinkering with the settings you would like to try out. I'm probably going to have to buy Fallout First just to try this out this month. We do have it on Natural Queen Bee, so we can actually just stream that from Natural Queen Bee's channel, which you guys already know. If there's building, we're going to be mad crafting in here. It should be an absolute blast. So make sure to tune in for that for when we have that. Up to 7 friends can join you in your custom world for a total of 8 players per world. Please note, Private Worlds mode has been renamed to Private Adventure with today's update to better differentiate it from Custom Worlds mode. So if you get on and you're like, where's my private world, this, that, and the other, it is no longer called a private world. It is called a private adventure. All right. So if you get on there and you're wondering what's on with that, you will have your private world will be your actual custom world, and then private world is now private adventure. So make sure you look at that. Do not get confused. It is in fact the same thing. While creating your custom world, you can choose among a broad array of customization settings and let your imagination run wild with the possibilities. Here are some of the options at your disposal. Workshops. Build in previously restricted areas, disable the need for electricity, increase your camp budget and build height, relax build restrictions, and more. Combat. Infinite enemy spawns, alter PvP rules, adjust enemy difficulty, give yourself infinite ammo, change item durability, and more. I can sense a bunch of really dumb stuff coming with that. It's going to be a lot of fun. General. Disable fast travel or make it free. Choose special weather effects, including rad storms and nuke zones, as well as other effects like quantum storm and dark fog. Add filters for a unique view of Appalachia, adjust jump height, fall damage, or even the consequences on death. Ooh, I wonder what that means. Please note, some custom world settings may impact your game client's performance. However, you are still free to use them and can always enable or disable them as needed. Currently, you can save a custom world you've created in one of 3 available slots, and you can select one of them to set as your active custom world. You can edit your custom worlds after you've finished creating them. So even if you filled all 3 custom world slots, you can still change them up as needed. That's excellent to know. So you can get a world started and going, and you don't necessarily have to get rid of it. To start a new one or to start a different one, you can just, kind of scooch it to the side and grab another one. Sorry, I'm going to catch this back up. Okay. Moving on. If you are a Fallout First member and you have played in a friend's custom world previously, you will be able to log into it even if the owner is online. So that means any of you that are Fallout First members that are a part of yes, if you have Fallout First and the person hosting the world isn't online, but you've been to that world before, you can still log into it. To do this, select the custom worlds from the play menu, click view worlds, and select your friend's world from the shared world section and set it to active. You can then play it in that world by selecting custom worlds from the play menu. If you are not currently an active Fallout First member, don't worry. You can still join your friends who are Fallout First members in the custom sessions that they've set up while they're online. So, for instance, if you don't have Fallout First and you see us in the private or in the custom world, you can join us as long as we're online. But if you do have Fallout First and you have been on the world, you can come back and view. So I can already see us having a lot of fun with all the Fallout First members and building all the crazy worlds. It's going to be a blast. We're going to build a giant city. We're going to build a spaceship. It's going to be huge. Huh? Right? We need to get all of our Fallout First people. So if you're a Fallout Firster, make sure you hit us up so you can get added into those private worlds that we got, and you can help us join for the giant build challenge. We're going to have to build like a whole Halloween town. We're going to have to because, this is Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. All right. The progress each of your characters make in public or custom worlds is specific to these worlds and is completely separate from adventure mode. You can clone your adventure mode character for use in a public world or custom world at any time. and you have up to 5 Fallout World characters at a time. If you've reached your 5 character limit, characters can be manually unlinked from public or custom worlds at any time. Your character progress in a public world will remain as long as that world is still available for play. Additionally, please note that challenges cannot be completed and you will not earn score, achievements, or trophies while playing in a public or custom world. So don't join in if you have to get your daily mission or daily challenges done. You got to go to adventure mode for that. If you would like to learn additional details about Fallout Worlds, you can head here to read our little article, read our article on Bethesda.net, or read it through our fact on the Fallout First website. Next thing that we're going to have is our expansion to Daily Ops. Our latest expansion for Daily Ops brings a new weekend event that amps up the challenge, but offers increased rewards. We're going to be having double mutation weekend events. During double mutation weekends, Daily Ops will be randomized each day with enemies who have one of 8 unique combinations of 2 different mutations. Double mutation weekend events will typically run every other weekend from Thursday to Monday, starting and ending at the normal Daily Ops reset time. While a double mutation event is active, daring adventurers who are willing to delve into Daily Ops will earn the following increased rewards. 2 to 6 legendary cores for the first and all subsequent Elder tier completions, double XP during every Daily Ops playthrough, double in-game currency rewards from every Daily Ops playthrough. So they're just racking up the cash and racking up the danger. Double the danger. Check out the full list of potential mutations that enemies can sport during the new weekend event so that you know what you'll be up against. We have, first, Blistering Cold, which blistering enemies have the Freezing Touch and Swift Feud mutations, so they will freeze you and run faster, which sucks. You get Chilling Mend. Chilling enemies have the Freezing Touch and Group Regeneration mutations. That sucks, but it's still a little bit more dealable. The chilling and the regeneration is going to make it a little bit difficult, but this next one, Clouded Toxins. Clouded enemies have active camouflage and toxic blood mutations. That one is going to suck. That is probably going to be the maximum suck Daily Ops. Relentless enemies have the resilient and group regeneration mutations. So not only when their health is all the way down do they become invincible, except for you have to punch them, but they're going to constantly be regenerating health while that's happening. I guess between the Clouded Toxins and Relentless, those are going to suck the most. Stinging enemies are going to have Freezing Touch and Toxic Blood mutations. So they're going to freeze you and they're going to explode into toxic clouds of death. Stalking enemies have active camouflage and Swift Feud mutations. That's a major suck. Unstable enemies have the volatile and swift-footed mutations. So they're going to be extra fast and they're going to be explosive. Vaporous enemies will have volatile and active camouflage mutations. So they will be invisible and they will explode. Honestly, I'm not sure which one of these is the worst. They're all going to suck. Clouded Toxins kind of had me at the beginning. But honestly, the active camouflage with explosives, that may suck as well. It's probably going to be a lot of fun. Let's see. New enemies have been added to Daily Ops. So we've added the Daily Ops to the randomized pool of enemies that you'll encounter in Daily Ops mode. We also have new locations. We have Arctos Pharma Biome Lab, the Watoga High School, and Uncanny Caverns, all of which have been added to the pool for Daily Ops. So I feel like the Watoga High School and Uncanny Caverns are being added in because a lot of people don't go to those in normal adventure gameplay. The only time you really go to Watoga High School is when you're performing the Monster Mash PvP event. That's a public event, which is a lot of fun when you get people that know and like what they're doing, but can otherwise be very confusing if you really don't know what you're doing. So that's understandable. In this update for Daily Ops, we're adding plans for 2 legendary weapons, 2 themed cosmetics, and more. The full list is as follows. We're getting the Arctic Marine armor, the Mechanic's Best Friend pipe wrench, the Soul Survivor lever action rifle, which I don't know if that's a plan or if that's actually a different lever action rifle. I don't know. We'll find out. We're getting an outfit for a black hazmat suit. We're getting the Mirelurk King tube. That's going to be badass. You also get access to the Blood Eagle Skull Lord outfit and the Blood Eagle Skull Lord helmet, Which weren't those just in the Atom Shop for like 1,200 atoms or something? I'm pretty sure that was an Atom Shop reward here. So I don't know how I feel about that. We'll deal with that there. Lastly, we're getting the Blood Eagle Auto Grenade Launcher paint, which finally we get a paint for the Auto Grenade Launcher. For all you sneaky sneakers out there that want to hide whatever your AGL is, here you go. You can add that paint on and you're good to go. Additional daily ops improvements. Enemies, we've addressed a number of issues that were affecting Mothman hatchlings. These cute but deadly creatures will once again appear when cultists are the current daily ops enemy group. The volatile enemy explosions have been adjusted and now does a health percentage based damage that can be partially mitigated by anti-explosion effects. So they don't have complete explosion invulnerability to them, but you should be able to survive a little bit better. We've also added a timer so you can more easily check when the next daily ops reset will occur. You can find the timer in the Intel section of the detailed daily ops menu after selecting a daily op from the world tracker. Alright, the next biggest thing with today's update, we have removed the nuclear winter game mode from Fallout 76. It's gone, people. Not there no more. Along with this change, we're granting rewards to all the players that had completed at least one nuclear winter match and making many of the mode's progression rewards available in adventure mode. You will get a nuclear winter pennant for all players who completed at least one nuclear winter match will receive a nuclear winter themed pennant they can build in their camps. The pennant will be added to your wall decor category in the build menu within 2 weeks of today's update. The Perk Coins. With today's update, we're granting Perk Coins to players based on their progression in nuclear winter mode so that you can give your legendary perk card collection a boost. You will receive 6 perk points per nuclear winter card you earn during the nuclear winter progression system. You will also get 1 perk coin per overseer ticket you earned. These perk coins have already been added to your account and will be available as soon as you log in. I haven't checked that out yet, so I don't know if that's actually the case or not. We will find out. Many of the cosmetic rewards that could be earned by climbing overseer ranks in nuclear winter are now available in adventure mode as rewards you can claim by completing public events. The events you can get those at are a Colossal Problem, Encrypted, Project Paradise, Scorched Earth, and limited time events like Festive Scorch and Treasure Hunter. So basically it's going to be added to the whole God roll sheets, and everything you're going to get from all the in-game game rewards, you're going to be able to gather it from there. Nuclear winter trophies and statues will still remain exclusive to players who earn them by climbing the ranks in the nuclear winter progression system. So if you earn any trophies or statues from doing the nuclear winter, you still have those, and that's the only way that you're going to be able to get that. We're almost done here, guys. We got just a couple more things left. The user interface junk acquired from scrapping items will now correctly appear in the Pip-Boy's new tab. Inventory items can now be sorted by their stack weight, so you can figure out what's the heaviest thing in the list and look at that first. Perfect for those of us that always run on overweight that are trying to figure out what's going on here. When scrolling through the Pip-Boy inventory, navigating up from the top item in the list will now move the player's selection to the bottom of the list and vice versa. So you can scroll up and scroll down? What do you mean? Yeah. Oh, so you go all the way to the bottom and it jumps to the top of the list. Excellent. So you don't have to scroll all the way through. That's thank you. Vault 50 World, along with this update for Fallout 76, Vault 51 has now opened up for exploration in all game modes, including adventure. Follow the red wire to find your way inside, and then poke around to learn what befell of the dwellers in Vault 51. So remember, Vault 51 was where nuclear winter happened. That's where that entire thing was. So now we got to go into the very same area and discover what went wrong. So we've got a couple bug fixes and improvements. Here we go. Appliances fixed an issue causing parts of the classic jukebox to come invisible. The Covert Scout armor torso no longer clips through character models that have muscular body type. Fixed an emote that can cause a player to be stuck in an emote animation loop. So the thing that happened at Wendigo Colossus the other day with me shouldn't happen again. Right, running around. Melee, the cultist dagger now plays the correct attack animations. Fix a number of headwear items that include face coverings so they no longer clip into the faces of female character models. Transferring pieces of Strangler Heart armor to a power armor chassis no longer causes duplicate vines to appear and float nearby. I don't know. They keep saying they fixed Strangler Heart, and I don't think so. The Lucille Lullaby paint for the minigun now correctly applies to the weapon's tri-barrel mod. I never noticed that was off. Ranged weapons corrected the direction of the minigun's spin while wearing power armor. I'd never noticed that it was actually rotated. I always thought it spun, I guess, clockwise, you know, from left to the right, but what do I know? Objects can lose mind correctly now animate during the cheating death quest. For your camp and workshops, a few things have been changed. The Robco snow machine now remains switched off after fast traveling or logging out. Creating an auto blueprint by moving camp locations no longer causes the store button to become visually grayed out when that blueprint is selected in build mode. The maximum build count now correctly accounts for items that are already stored. So I think this is the budget glitch that everyone is using to make really big camps. I think this is what they're talking about, but I don't know if they actually fix this or not because there's several different build glitches that occur at the same time. Could be, could be not. I wouldn't know. We'll find out about that later. Fixed an issue where items could visually fall off the display case the player had them assigned to. I had seen this issue before, but because they always showed up in your inventory, I never really thought it was like something wrong. I guess it's good that they fixed it now. That's awesome. The option that appears when viewing a destroyed fire barrel is now correctly labeled as repair instead of take. Standing just outside of a camp's buildable area no longer prevents the player from building a shelter entrance within it. Excellent. The visual build boundary no longer persists after exiting build mode in the Mount Blair workshop. They say that they fixed this like 2 or 3 times in updates, and it hasn't fixed yet, and it always shows up somewhere else. So, I don't know. We'll see about that. Challenges. Daily. Cultist goals now correctly count towards challenges that require the player to kill cultists, which is awesome because I only recall seeing a couple of the cultist goals, and none of them counted ever. That's nice. Audio. Daily ops locations now properly play music that's specific to the game mode. Weapon sound effects have been slowed down while being affected by freezing touch. When using the pepper shaker with a standard magazine, enemies in daily ops will now drop shotgun shells more often. So beforehand it was treating it like you would a Gat Plaz or anything else where it would just drop random ammo that was with it. So that's awesome. Cultist enemies now correctly display objective markers overhead during daily ops while inside of Vault 96. My mom and I caught this bug where we would notice that they weren't having the tracking bugs that were showing up even though you would see them right in front of them. So enemies who have rocket launchers no longer stop shooting at the player after firing a single rocket. I don't know if that's going to help or not because rocket launchers with enemies are still super broken. So daily ops bosses no longer prioritize melee attacking the player over using their primary weapons. So, but part of that was having to do with fixing the grenades that were wrong, the grenade launchers and the missile launchers that were broken. Fixed an issue where Mothman hatchlings could become invincible. I don't actually remember Mothman hatchlings showing up, but that's probably because, second issue, Mothman hatchlings no longer become unresponsive. And secondly, fixed an issue where Mothman hatchlings to become stuck in walls after teleporting. Camouflage Mothman hatchlings no longer become invisible while attacking. Entering a daily op in Watoga Civic Center during the quest, the Old Western Shuffle, no longer causes incorrect quest targets to display in the daily op. You know what's funny is I never tried doing that during the Western Shuffle because I figured something would go apeshit, and I was right. Oh, that's funny. I just got the notification that I was able to go live. I'm still waiting for word back. I'm going to have to head out here in just a few minutes. I might actually have to cut this shorter, and we'll have to address the rest of it when I come back. Custom map markers no longer appear in the compass while in daily ops. That's awesome because my mom kept running out of daily ops that time because she kept trying to go to her custom marker. So that's good. Enemies with volatile no longer damage other enemies on death. That's stupid. That should have been a technique. What? Enemies with volatile no longer damage other enemies on death. So remember how you'd be able to spray the whole crowd with like gap blast and everyone would blow up and everyone would blow everybody else up and it was great? Now it doesn't do that. Which that's fucked up because that was supposed to be... Yeah, exactly. It's a technique. Stupid. All weapons used by freezing touch enemies will now apply the freezing touch effect except for grenades and mines. The problem with that is they were throwing grenades and mines and would suck all your AP out the same way a cryo grenade would. Yeah. Are you in the Are you in the daily ops? No? Do you have demo expert on? I don't know. We'll have to get back about that. I don't want to report that just yet because I don't. That's weird. Yeah, we'll have to test that with the gap plasma and stuff. Yeah, spray the crowd. Well, it's only supposed to happen during daily ops because it's the explosion effect from volatile enemies. So if that might be how they're trying to, I don't know, maybe they're trying to figure out explosion damage. I don't know yet. We're gonna have to sort that out. Let me see now. Getting hit by enemies with freezing touch now causes a freezing touch effect to display in the Pip-Boy. The toxic blood effect no longer suddenly stops applying damage. But that's... What? Enemies of volatile or toxic blood no longer explode and damage players after completing a daily op. So they can't kill you after daily ops, which is nice now. Enemies with group regeneration now properly heal their companions. Resilient visual effects no longer persist on enemies after they have been healed. Shooting enemies with resilient no longer sometimes causes black decals to appear on their bodies. Enemies with resilient no longer display the resilient visual effect immediately after spawning. The description text for Elder Tier rewards now correctly states that it guarantees a rare reward on the player's first completion. So is it actually giving us a rare reward on the first completion? I don't know because they haven't been. Fixed an issue that could cause the operation report to display an incredibly high completion time. I have seen that before. That's weird. Okay, that's good. Fixed an issue that allowed players to earn daily ops rewards more often than intended by playing during the daily reset. So you get double. You get, like, if you got Elder during it, you would get both rewards for both days. That's kind of brilliant. That's actually fucked up, and I'm glad they fixed that. Yeah, exactly. They would play at 10 o'clock and then... Well, because it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Why am I... Because then you're actually fucking yourself out of that day and the next day's rewards. Because you're getting both of them at the same time. So that's better that way, so you can actually earn them. Adjusted the subtitles for several of Vernon Dodge's voice lines so they match his voiceover. Nice. A Knight's Penance. The shovel no longer retains the quest item status after clearing the rock wall during the quest. During a satisfied conscience, picking up a clue during the defeat the robot's objective and then logging out no longer prevents this quest from progressing after logging back in. Nice. Paladin Romani now says the correct dialogue based on the player's choices when asked about the Putnams during field testing. I was wondering about that. Manhunt. Bats can now target Mad Dog Malone. Fucking thank you. This is one of the oldest bugs in the goddamn game. Missing persons. Fix an issue that could prevent players from progressing the quest after finding the Dove necklace. Okay, I'm going to head out soon. I'll finish this up. Monster Mash. Being on the event leaderboard no longer prevents the player from joining daily ops. One Violent Night. Playing an instrument no longer causes enemies to stand still or run away from the player. I have never seen that in all the One Violent Nights I've been to. Russell Dorsey will no longer remain inside Fort Atlas after the quest. The Elusive Crane fixed an issue that could allow players to repeatedly receive a reward from the Robco cache. I didn't even know that was a thing. All right, we do have a couple of these together, so I'll just try to blast them out. Minerva removed a number of item plans from Minerva's inventory that could be earned elsewhere, like the ammo converter and chicken coop. Fucking thank you. You should give us a bonus week for that. Power armor. NPCs who wear power armor can no longer be affected by debuffs caused by having an empty fusion core. That's good. Cannibal. Players who are on a team but not the team leader can now correctly consume corpses inside of instant cells. Grenadier now properly increases the blast damage radius of grenades. We need to do a fire test with Grenadier because does it work with all grenades? And if so, does it work with Fat Man? Which we've been wondering. And does it work with AGL? We want to know. Lock and load. Entering or exiting a power armor no longer removes a faster reload effect. Fucking nice. Client fixed an issue that could cause the game to crash after placing a power armor. This was the lucky hole bug where you would put a power armor down, the whole game would lock up, and they thought that they fixed it. Well, they didn't. So now it's fixed. Address client game crashes that could occur during normal gameplay. Fixed an issue that could cause undefined items to appear in the Pip-Boy inventory, which would cause a client crash when switching between or selecting those items. Switching between first and third person view while viewing a container during a period of heavy combat no longer causes the game client to crash. So you can now finally actually go to your stash box in the middle of the queen fight and not die. The icon for the survival tent now correctly appears on the compass. After launching the game, repeatedly pressing buttons to reach the main menu quickly no longer causes the seasons widget to display max rank. That was annoying. On PC, if a player has both the animated and normal versions of a perk card, both can now be selected using the mouse. That's weird. And scoreboard. The next repeatable ranks reward on the scoreboard, reaching 130, now correctly displays on the scoreboard. Fixed an issue that could cause the scoreboard to appear while the player was already crafting in a workshop. Pressing the defaults button now properly resets all game settings to their default values. On PC, toggling the controller to on using the mouse no longer prevents a player from navigating the game controllers with the controller. So you can scroll up and down now with it. That's nice. Fixed an issue that could cause pending friend requests to disappear after a few minutes. Fixed an issue that could cause a player to appear offline to their friends when being viewed in the friends list. Let's see if that's fixed. We will let you know. All right, we're down to it. The fixed several locations where players could see outside of the game world. I doubt they fixed that. Fixed a location where page could become stuck in Foundation. I hope they actually did fix that. Pathing corrected several locations around Appalachia where players could become stuck. I hope so. Pathing fixed a ramp that enemies and players could not walk up in the construction area of RNG processing services. So that one used to throw us off the map, and I'm glad. I hope they really did fix that. The Vault 94 community terminal no longer opens an incorrect terminal submenu after selecting Vault 94 purpose option. Vault-Tec University Protectrons no longer become stuck in the computer lab inside the Vault-Tec University. Excellent. Let's check our time. We are at 38 minutes. I thought it would take 30 minutes. It took a lot longer than I had imagined, but that's great. We got a bunch of stuff done. Should be sorted out. We're going to be reviewing all of this in detail here in a bit when we go live for our actual play session. So make sure you stay live for that. And make sure if you haven't yet, you go and you hit the notification bell, you hit the follow button, the like button, or subscribe, depending on which service you're at. Remember, you can find us at both YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. At Facebook, Not Your Typical Gamers, Twitch, Not Your Typical Gamers, and YouTube here at Stone Burke. So that's Stone, B-U-R-Q. So S-T-O-N-E space B-U-R-Q. You can follow us there. Make sure you get that all set up. I am good to go. I've got to go run, take care of a couple things so I can get back here and join you guys back on the stream. Remember, as always, I'm Stone. She's Natural Queen Bee. We're Natural Typical Gamers. We cannot wait to see you next time, and we cannot wait to show you guys these Fallout worlds. Like I said, make sure you have notification bells on, and we can't wait to see you all again next time.